In the Latin American community, Coutier really is kind of a rock star, certainly a celebrity of sorts. He ran the Archdiocese of Miami's radio networks. He's also a parish priest on Miami Beach. His radio show was seen in some 22 countries by some 24 million people, listened to by 24 million people. He is a syndicated columnist, wrote a book about relationships, and has an enormous following. In fact, a spokeswoman for the Archdiocese told me when all of this information first started to come out yesterday, they were getting bunches and bunches of calls from women who were sobbing about what apparently had happened. So he really is a huge star, particularly in the Latin American community, not just here in South Florida, United States, but all throughout Latin America.
Some women sobbing, but what about the woman that's actually in those photos that we're seeing? What has emerged about her, if anything? Because that's really the question on everyone's mind.
Yeah, I think so, and that's certainly the question we're all trying to find answers to, but at this point, not a word. We can't find anything out, have not found a bit out about who the woman in the photos were. And apparently these photos were taken about a month or so ago down on Fort Lauderdale Beach is what we're hearing. And they were taken supposedly by a paparazzi who tried to peddle the photos for about $100,000, according to one organization, Spanish language organization in Miami. And then the pictures showed up on the cover of another Latin American, I guess a tabloid magazine.
So what now for Father Oprah, as he's known, in terms of his media empire? I know that he hasn't been taking Mass or leading Mass in recent days.
Correct. Well, the bottom line is he is still a Catholic priest, although he has been removed from his duties as the leader of the head of the radio network and of his duties over at the parish on Miami Beach. But again, he is still a priest, and as one spokesperson for the Archdiocese told me, he really is a terrific priest who has the ability to reach out and to help people in many, many ways. So it's a very, very sad time for the Archdiocese. He met privately with Archbishop John Favalori yesterday, and it was following that meeting that it was announced by the Archdiocese, by the Archbishop, in a letter that Coutier was actually, in fact, the Archbishop says that Coutier made promises of celibacy, and all priests are expected to fulfill that promise. He didn't go on to elaborate, the Archbishop, in his letter, but you can kind of read into that where all this was going. So the decision was made that Coutier would not continue on in his role as head of the radio network. But again, at this point, Aisha, he is still a Catholic priest.